Hello, everyone. Here we are again at our Speak Up and Lead Talks, the place to be for sexy and savvy conversations. And today, my special guest is a Cuban lady who lives in Switzerland. What a mix. She is Keyla Vázquez, and she is an insurance and finance advisor. Keyla moved from Cuba to Switzerland when she was 14. And I believe that had created a huge impact on her life because can you imagine the Caribbean style and then the Swiss perfectionism style? This is really something that really make a mix. But I would like to invite Keyla to share with us a little bit of this transition and what happened throughout this period of being a teenager, a Cuban teenager in Switzerland, and now to being this beautiful woman who is in the finance and insurance advisory field in her career. Keyla, welcome to
Hello.
And please share a little bit of your story for us.
Hi, Julia. It's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation. And everyone who is watching. My name is Keyla. And yes, as Julia said, I came here to Switzerland when I was almost 14 years old. I was lucky to come with family. So my stepfather is Swiss. And this is the thing that saved us, kind of, because we had no clue. It's a completely different system. You need to learn so many different things. The language is another key point, which the one where we struggled at the beginning. So he guided us. This was a good thing. He knew, okay, this is not good enough, or you need to take this step or do this. And we were guided, kind of. So until I got to the stage that I took care of myself and charge of what I need to do, it passed a couple of years. So it was yeah.
And how was it for a teenager? Because I can imagine, like, 14 is such a key point in our lives, right? And when you're leaving your friends behind, and then you mentioned a very strong point, which is the language, because it's not only the German, but it's the Swiss Dutch, which is even, I don't even get there.
Yeah.
How was the position? And also for you, I'd like to know a little bit how, for you to express yourself, like as a being Caribbean, so full of rhythm in your mind, communicating, and then all of a sudden you have to put yourself in a very more restricted way of communication.
Yeah, so that part, I remember the first 3 years, I always had at least once a year, I was only crying and I was, I want to go back, I want to see my friends. Really, really tough, especially for my parents. So it's very, very different because I grew up with seeing my cousins and having friends around me all the time. And in Cuba, it's, it's a different weather. You are all the time spending time with friends outside the house and playing games, talking, dancing. And so when I came here, it was very different. I got to meet very nice people, though. I think this is the thing, because at that time we took the decision, my parents took the decision to go to a smaller village. They say it's maybe easier for us to integrate, to get to know people. Because at 14, it's kind of a bit challenging. So yes, I remember at the beginning, I went to the first party I went here, for young teenagers. Everybody was like, Keyla, have a drink. I was like, why should I have a drink? And why are people not dancing? I don't understand this. So it was really, I was really confused. I was like, I had a drink, a Coke, and I was full. I somehow the entire it felt wrong to me. I was like, okay, nobody's dancing, all I was drinking is but yes, with time and as I said, I was lucky to have met really, really nice people at the stage of my life that helped me a great deal to integrate, know the culture, and get around. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know I know I've been there in Zurich for many years as well, and I know that Switzerland, one thing for them is very much into the integration. They very much work on that for the foreigners to integrate because they know how difficult it is for the ones coming from outside to really adapt to their system. Even more like they go for perfection, and for us, I don't think there's any other place in the world that things work so perfectly like there. It's like public transport is something so amazing. And
Yeah.
also the finance, everybody is involved in finance. It's amazing. Most of people that I met were really in finance. And
Okay.
it's peculiar because not every place you go that like 90% is of people are involved and working with money. And so are you, and we hear from what you sent to me that you help your clients to understand the three pillar systems on Switzerland. I would love to hear a little bit about are these three pillar system.
Well, the three-pillar system in Switzerland is quite simple. The first one is related to the security you got from the state. The second one is related to the security you get from your employer. So it depends what kind of contract you have, but usually when you are you work as an employee, you got the security depending on how much your salary is, etc. But the second one will be your employer, and the third one is the private one, so the one that you do for yourself. So this is up to you if you want to do one or not. These are basically the three ones.
And I guess it's your mission on that, Keyla, is to, because you understood by yourself, like your experience, how difficult it is to integrate on that system and understanding, and then you support more expat or it's general.
General, because as an insurance and financial advisor, I help my clients to understand how their financial situation looks like based on these three pillars, the system in Switzerland, and what can be done to minimize financial liabilities in terms of social security, but also possible liabilities against third parties. So anyone can profit from this kind of information. And that's why I like to do this, because I also work for Credit Suisse, bank now, the private credit department. So I saw what can happen if someone doesn't take charge of the situation. So at that time I thought, okay, one day I want to do something that helps people in advance to at least understand how is their situation, and then it's up to them if they want to take action or not. Because I always used to say, it's better, if something happens, it's better to be able to say, I decided not to take any action, rather than I didn't even know that I was at risk. So that's why I'm really happy to support any kind of person who really needs this kind of information. So it's everyone basically. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And you say here, for you, information and knowledge, education is power. And
Yes.
for that, you're starting an NGO related to integration in Switzerland, right? And
Exactly.
can you share a little bit to us what is this about?
Well, in this NGO, our main goal is to be a point of reference. Because nowadays I get to know so many people, like I know everything. A friend of a friend of a friend told me. So in this platform, people should be able to, when they have a question related to working conditions, insurances, or something else, they should have at least helpful links where to go directly to get the right information to the right departments, and really understand a bit more the system. So it's a platform providing information about anything you need to understand when you come to Switzerland, which is basically the key, the basics that everyone should know.
And I can see here that you will start that in Spanish first.
That's true.
So then
Yeah.
you focus in your community, your Cuban community.
Yes, exactly. That's true. That's true. Because I thought, okay, I want to do something. I came from Cuba. I had the support, And I know there are so many people, they don't have this support, so I want to give it back. And in this community, we'll start in Spanish, meaning that it's not only for Spanish or for Cuban people, or anyone who speaks Spanish can also go there and get information. And later on, okay, we will need some time, and we want to translate it in German for sure, and then see where it takes us to. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Also, you have a group, a community. You're building this community called the International Ladies League. It's a meetup group, but you organize. You are the organizer and the head of this group. And I believe from what you're saying to us, what you're sharing with us, is you want to help those ladies to take action. Right? And what exactly is the focus of your International Ladies League platform?
Yes, correct. So, see, I started last year. I was supporting back then Joanna. She was the founder back then. And now I'm the one organizing this kind of events. And as you say, well, my goal is to support women to grow professionally and personally. And for that mission, I do team up with different kind of coaches who can help these women to make a difference in their life, because I don't know about everything. So I like to team up with experts so they know, okay, this topic is interesting for me right now, because everyone has different stages in their life. So right now, this is important for me. So I try to make a good mix that everyone in this group has something to learn from. So right now we are around 1,250 ladies in the group. Is for today, so it's really nice. And for example, I do workshops every now and then about this Swiss system, to understand how the Swiss system works and the 3 pillars and these kind of things, and people can come and ask questions. So this is the key point. The past month we had workshops, for example, about healthy food, the topic codependency, and other interesting topics. It's really amazing because I see the ladies coming to different events, the same ladies sometimes, and it's good. It's a positive feedback for what's
Excellent.
happening.
And I'll be there with your group soon.
Yes,
and
yes.
My mission here, communication, assertive communication towards
Exactly.
effective leadership. So that would be my pleasure to be sharing my expertise and my experiences with your group. That's really good. And you said something very interesting when you sent your portfolio to me, that you said you have a keyword. You have a keyword that you base your, in a way, your life, your beliefs, principles on that keyword, which is peace of mind. Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Of course. I mean, having a basic understanding on what's happening in your life, the basics. In my case would be, I'm giving you the numbers, I'm giving you facts, I'm giving you the reality, basically. And sometimes we like to dream a lot. It happens to me as well. But I help you to understand the facts, the reality. This is how it looks like right now. And I believe when you know that, even though it doesn't matter what you do afterwards, but you have peace of mind because you know the facts. You have the ground to be able to take a proper decision afterwards. Yeah, so that's why you have peace of mind.
Excellent. And I guess everybody wants to have peace of mind in general, and even more towards our financial life, right? You want
of course.
to make sure everything is balanced, that you have a good safety net, that you can just don't think about it afterwards. Just focus on serving and on doing things that really matters to you in life. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like everything. If you really want to know about something, there are some things that you need to take some time. One time you do it correctly, and then it's done. Then depending on the situation, you need to evaluate after a certain times, maybe a couple of years, but you have peace of mind because you know exactly, okay, back then I needed this, I took action, and I made it happen. I got the information I needed, and then I moved on. And this is exactly, for example, with the great job that you do. I mean, sometimes as I do presentations, I know I need to work on some certain things. That's why right now I need to work on my speech, for example. So I go to Tulia. So these are
Excellent.
the things. Yes. So later on, when I already improved that, maybe I need to work on another area. So I'm like, okay, I'm done with the speaking. I'm good at that right now. So I need to move on to the next topic. So this is how it should work.
Excellent, Keyla. I think it is very good the way you put it, like always looking for ways of improving yourself, but really taking action, because it's easier said than done. And
That's true.
we all talk about like we have to take action, but in many times in situations, or some people tend to say, but
That's
take
true.
a long time to take the action needed. Keyla, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us. And I'll be sharing my knowledge with Keyla's group soon. And hopefully Keyla is attending our Speak Up and Lead Academy kickoff. And
Yes.
Keyla was one of my past mentees, a very good one. I have to be proud of her.
Great.
Yeah, put things into action. And hopefully you also join us in November 10th in Zurich for the kickoff of the Speak Up and Lead Academy. And I leave you now here thinking all the learnings you received from Keyla, and I will put Keyla's link here. Also, you can contact her directly. She will be happy to answer your questions. And also, I'm sure she'll also be happy to welcome you in one of her groups meetings. So let's expand our reach and keep supporting each other. And this is Julia Lopez here, and looking forward to see you soon. Bye for now.